again, I wanted to talk about books again. I know, I already talked about books, but I wanted to talk about it again, so deal with it. I actually forgot to show you a book that I have from my childhood. It's called The Missing Statue of Minnehaha. Just a little book. And it's really cool. It's really big writing. I don't remember that, but it's huge writing. It's actually pretty good. I haven't read it in a long time, but I decided to keep it. One of the things that I remember most about this book is that the kid in it, this girl asks him to go on an adventure with her, and he says he doesn't really want to go, but he's not sure. But he says no, that he won't go. But the reasoning behind it is that he thinks that it's easier to change a no into a yes than it is to change a yes into a no. And that's always stuck with me ever since I read this book, because it is true. Let me see if I can find the exact spot where he says this. Okay, he said no. This is on like page 7 and I went all the way to page 50. Anyway, it says, he said no because he had learned that it was easier to change a no to a yes than vice versa. And that's all it says. I thought it said more about that, but apparently I was wrong. That always just kind of stuck with me. This book, it's called Watership Down. I have not read it yet. I heard about this book through my English teacher last year. She was a really good teacher, and so I thought I would check it out, and I actually got this free. We used to rent a house up here, and the lady who owned the house, she had a bunch of books. My dad's a realtor, so she wanted to sell the house after we moved out of it. He was the realtor for that. He sold the house. She had a bunch of books. She didn't want the books anymore. She said to get rid of them, so we took the books, went through them, took the ones that we wanted, and got rid of the rest via the library, which had a book sale. I got 2 bags of books for $10, like paper bags. Good deal. Anyway, this is a book that was in there, The Incas. It's huge, huge book. It is, let's see how many pages, 1060. And it doesn't have that big writing. Lots of writing. So that'll be fun to read if I ever get around to it. It'll probably take me like 5 years to read it. It better be worth it. Well, I don't know, maybe I just won't continue reading it if it's not good. Here's a book, Ender's Game. I really hope you've read this book. It is brilliant. It is a really good book. It's sci-fi-like. It's by Orson Scott Card. I love this book. It's my favorite book. I just read it last week. It's a really easy read. It really grabs your attention. That's why I read it, because I could not get into any of the books I was trying to read, and so I just wanted something quick that would catch my attention and hold it, which it does. It's very shocking ending. It's a good book. The Kite Runner. You've probably heard about this book. I have not read this one either. I'm hoping to read it. My step-grandma told me about it. She wanted me to read it. I don't know if it's any good or not. I'm sure it's good. It's got Extraordinary by People magazine. Not that I would trust them that much. Maybe New York Times book review says powerful ... haunting. So if I want to be haunted for the rest of my life, I know what book to read. Yay! And now the sun is trying to come out. Come out, sun! No, I don't want the sun to come out. I hope that it rains and the sun goes away. That has nothing to do with books. Mary Queen of Scots. I got this at, I think, the book sale that I was telling you about. I think I got it a few years ago. It's a historical novel, but I think it's more non-fictional than it is fictional. I haven't read this one either. I've been trying to read it for the past long time. I think it would be really interesting, and I usually really like historical novels because I usually learn more from them than I would a textbook, and I feel like the story sticks with you longer. But I haven't read this. As you can see, it's kind of weird. It's got green pages on the tips, not the inside. But it's an old book, and this lady, she haunts my dreams. It's like every time I see her, she's like, her stare. I mean, look at that. Doesn't she look creepy? Yes, she does. No need to answer. She's creepy. But I'd like to read this book. Yeah, it's a good book. Maybe. I don't. Here I am plugging for a book I haven't even read. Yeah, it's a good book. No, maybe not. It looks like it could be good someday if I ever read it. We'll do one more book. This one is called Green Grass Running Water. I had to read this book for an assignment. I was in this thing, CIS literature. Wow, that lighting's bad. Anyway, CIS lit. The phone is ringing. Well, that was lame. It was a sales call, sort of. Well, not really. Anyway, as I was saying, this book, I read it for a CIS class. It stands for College and Schools. So, wow, that lighting is terrible. Anyway, that's better lighting. I put a pillow up. That's what this is. Pillow. Hopefully it'll stay there. Yeah, I had to read this book for that class, College and Schools Literature. It's a Native American guy who's writing, and it has a bunch of different perspectives. Some you can't tell if it's really real or if it's fake or what's going on. It's a really good story. It teaches you a lot about Native American culture, and it talks a lot about stereotypes. He actually gives his characters stereotypes and sort of flips them on their heads. It's a good book. I would recommend it. I actually bought it. I didn't buy it to read it when we had to in class. I bought it after the fact because it was really good. I also had to read the book Life of Pi. That was a really good book. It was written by an Indian guy, not like Native American, who's Indian as in from India. That was a really good book. It was a shocking ending. Very good. I would recommend that book too. Finally, you get some books that I've actually read. How wonderful. Anyway, that's probably the end of this video, so I hope you enjoyed another book video. I might do another one later, but not here. It'll be in a different background. That's my bookcase. Oh, that's Texas. Ooh, I'm gonna show you this statue. It's a Texas state capitol thing. I got this at a museum when I went with my brother, and maybe not. I don't know who I was with. It was a long time ago. I have this glass polar bear, see-through. It's glass. I got this from my step-grandma. I got this turtle. He's cute. He's pretty too. But it's a turtle. I got him from my step-grandma. This began my obsession with turtles. I love turtles. I have another turtle here. She gave me this one as well. It's very pretty. We were at this thing called the Blueberry Arts Festival in Ely, Minnesota, and I really liked this, so I kind of made up a story that I really liked turtles. And so she bought it for me, and ever since then I kind of felt obligated to still like them. I still do like them. They're one of my favorite animals. They're awesome. But that's how it started. It was actually not a true thing that I actually like turtles, but now I really do, so they grew on me, maybe? I don't know. But I really like them, and she keeps giving me things that are turtle shaped, and I don't mind because they're awesome. So that's gonna be the end of the video, so I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Do 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 do. You're lucky I'm cutting this. Do 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 do. What the heck? Can't find it. Ah. He actually gives his characters stereotypes and sort of flips them on their heads. He flips the stereotypes on their heads. Put a pillow there. Block the sun. That's better. Maybe I'll just hold it there. Jurassic Park, scary. I haven't read that either.